What's your age? If you have clicked on this video, you have probably spent most of this time fearing judgment of others, which must have led to hundreds of missed opportunities. But you're not alone. We all have an inner critic inside our heads that makes us feel self-conscious or insecure at times. But for some, that inner voice is really loud. It tells them they're boring, awkward, not talented enough. You name it. When left unchecked, that critic can severely limit your life. If you are someone who is overly concerned about how you look at a social gathering and fears if people will judge you based on your appearance, gets nervous before a presentation because of your accent, is afraid to ask questions in public because you think your questions are too silly, or doesn't pursue your passion because the world will see you as an immature person going for such an unsafe career option, or if you do not go for swimming when your weight has slightly increased, then this video is for you. In this video, I'll share the root causes of why we fear judgment, as well as simple mindset shifts that can help you break free. So, how can you break the cycle of constant people-pleasing and self-doubt? Understanding the concept of theory of mind is key to overcoming fear of judgment. Theory of mind refers to the human tendency to project our own thoughts, beliefs, and perspectives onto others. We inherently lack enough insight into how another person's mind works. So, we rely on assumptions and self-projection to try to interpret their thought processes. The roots of projection begin in our childhood development. As toddlers, we start to develop a sense of self and realize that not everyone shares the exact same emotions or perspectives that we do internally. This starts the pattern of trying to conceptualize what others might think or feel, and children tend to assume that others see things similarly. These early thought patterns carry into adulthood to become projection habits. The projections operate unconsciously most of the time. We have a feeling or judgment about something and then naturally assume those around us have similar reactions. You apply your own mental filters and judgments to interpret how you come across socially. Imagine person A, who we'll call Alex, and person B, whom we'll name Bailey. Alex and Bailey are attempting to communicate, each navigating their own unique thoughts and emotions. The obstacle is, Alex cannot directly experience what Bailey is thinking or feeling, and vice versa. To bridge this cognitive gap, Alex employs this cognitive mechanism, the projection of his own thoughts and emotions onto Bailey. If Alex is an avid enthusiast of action movies and recently enjoyed a gripping film, Alex is likely to recommend this movie to Bailey during their conversation. This recommendation stems from Alex projecting their own excitement and appreciation for action movies onto Bailey, assuming a shared taste. The theory of the mind acts as a cognitive tool, a mental mechanism helping us navigate the social world. When direct access to the thoughts and emotions of others is impossible, we unconsciously resort to projecting our own cognitive processes onto them. It's akin to using our own mind as a template for understanding the minds of those around us. Now let's connect this back to the fear of judgment. When individuals fear being judged, they engage in a similar projection. Perceiving yourself as potentially boring projects this judgment onto others, assuming they'll evaluate you with the same scrutiny and negativity you apply to yourself. In the context of Alex and Bailey, if Alex believes they are a boring person, this self-judgment transforms into the projection that Alex is, indeed, a boring person when interacting with Bailey, but this all is only in Alex's mind. However, Bailey might genuinely find Alex to be a fascinating and engaging individual. Individuals fearing judgment often discover a continuous loop of self-judgment. Moreover, this self-critical tendency extends beyond the self. Those fearing judgment are likely to unconsciously assume others are equally judgmental. It becomes a cycle that makes insecurities worse, as individuals project their own negative judgments onto others, anticipating harsh evaluations. So now you know that the judgy voice in your head isn't necessarily mirrored by others out there. But just having that insight likely won't magically make all your insecurities disappear. You need to take it a step further by shifting how you relate to yourself internally. Because here's the thing, we can be downright savage to ourselves in our private self-talk, and there are reasons for that. A lot of this self-judgment stuff goes back to the types of impossible standards we put on ourselves, often starting when we're just little kids. Like maybe you still get haunted by some awkward moment from third grade that your inner critic just won't let you move past. We somehow absorb these messages over time that we have to be perfect to earn love or approval. This inner voice that lives in our heads rent-free attacks our self-esteem 24/7. It's like we have our very own bully that knows exactly how to get under our skin by highlighting every tiny flaw. And social media has turned up the volume even more. Seeing constant curated perfection makes us feel we fall so short. But let me tell you, no one has it 100% together. We've all had our awkward moments and embarrassing situations a million times over. So, we have to ease up, turn down the imaginary spotlight shining only on our flaws, and speak some kindness into our inner dialogue instead. Talk to yourself in your head the same way you would a best friend going through it. Give yourself that same empathy, compassion, and benefit of the doubt too. It's a hard shift after years of relating to ourselves more like a bully than buddy inside our minds. But each time you catch yourself judging yourself as harshly as you expect from those outside critics, it gets better. I promise this little mindset tweak will have you putting yourself out there more with less sweaty palms. If you found this video helpful, let us know in the comments and subscribe to our channel for more videos on topics that matter.